Yeah, you know what it's time to do. They said Psy is true when I'm coming back with episode 192. Welcome back to the Cymarshall Law Show, where we bleed authenticity, stay true, and never, ever, ever, ever conform. Yo, this is episode 192, and I'm so glad y'all came back so I can spread this positivity and love. And hopefully, by the end of the show, y'all are feeling better. I'm feeling better, and we all can do this together. My name is Cymarshall Law, and today we're gonna have a dope show. It's gonna be a serious show. We're gonna do what we do. This one is called episode 192, Broken Homes, the impact of family breakdowns on children and adults. I'm seeing a lot of adults walking around with issues that were never resolved as children, and we're gonna get to it. We're gonna get to it because sometimes they say people grow old, but they never grow up. And we're gonna explore why. A lot of that sometimes has to do with, how you were raised and the home that you came from. And sometimes it's not even your fault. But we're gonna get into it. We're gonna see where you're at, where we can go, and how we're gonna build together. But first, we're gonna start the show with our morning, afternoon, or evening prayers, meditations, affirmations, whatever you wanna do. We're just gonna set the tone straight for your day. Make sure you walking with your head high and your chest out, because the universe has your back. We're gonna do it like this. Universal God, Most High, Jah, Cosmic Intelligence, Great Architect, God, Love. Thank you for allowing us to wake up today with inner peace. Thank you for our inner happiness. Thank you for allowing joy into our lives. Thank you for filling our mouths with laughter. Universal God, thank you for our good and improving health. And when I say health, I mean our mental health, our emotional health, our physical health. Thank you for opportunities. Thank you for communities. Thank you for true friends. Thank you for family that supports us. Thank you for the air that we breathe every day. Thank you for blessing us with more time. God, thank you for blessing us with freedom. God, thank you for blessing us with the confidence to do the things that we know that we're meant to do. God, thank you for giving us the self-esteem to allow us to shine our light in dark places. Universal God, thank you for food that gives us nutrients, vitamins, minerals, protein. Universal God, thank you for the sun that helps us to grow. Universal God, thank you for the beautiful environments. Thank you for allowing us to travel and see the world. Thank you for beauty in all the places that we didn't see it before becoming clear to us. Thank you for allowing us to see the good in places we didn't always see it. Thank you for allowing us to grow. Thank you for allowing us to have humility. Universal God, thank you for allowing us to just be here right now and be present in the moment. I appreciate today is going to be a great day. Thank you for letting us know that we're great and there is nothing that we can't do when we put our hearts and minds to it. My name is Cymarshall Law, and this is the Cymarshall Law Show, episode 192, Broken Homes, the impact of family breakdowns in children and adults. Let's get to it. So, there are houses made of brick and wood, and there are homes made of laughter, silence, glances, and memory. Some of us were born in homes that felt like sanctuaries, right? Others into battlegrounds disguised as living rooms. Some of us remember the sound of a slammed door more vividly than a lullaby. Some of us learned to tiptoe through emotional landmines before we learned to tie our shoes. See, a broken home is not just a place where parents separate. It's a place where safety fractures. Yeah, where love becomes conditional. Where the child learns to become invisible to survive. But here's the truth. Even if the walls cracked, even if the roof caved in, you are still standing. And if you are still standing, you're capable of building something new. Not just a home of your own, but a sanctuary within yourself. See, this episode is a blueprint, a reckoning of sorts. A soft hand on the shoulder of the child still living inside of you. A call, let's say it's a call to the adult who's ready to stop surviving and start healing. Because, broken homes don't just leave scars, they leave seeds. And today, we watered them. So imagine this. Let's say birthday balloon. This kid was turning 8. The living room was quiet. No streamers, no cake. Just a single balloon tied to a chair. His mom had tried. She worked 2 jobs. His dad had promised to come, but he didn't. Later that night, he told his mom, "It's okay, I didn't want to party anyway." But the balloon said otherwise. It leaned all the way towards the door as if waiting for someone who never arrived. That night, he didn't cry. He just stared at the ceiling and made a silent vow. Never to expect too much. That way it won't hurt. Years later, he became a man who never celebrated his own wins, who downplayed his own achievements, who said, "It's not a big deal," even when it was. Because somewhere inside, that balloon still waited. Not for a party, but for presence. This is the quiet legacy of broken homes. Not just the arguments or the absence, but the internalized belief I am not worth showing up for. But wait, it gets worse. Here's the twist. The man eventually became a father. And on his daughter's 8th birthday, he filled the room with balloons. Not to erase his past, but to rewrite the future. Yeah. See, when a home breaks, it's not just the split of the parents. It's like the split of the child's whole sense of reality. Suddenly, love feels like a transaction. And, presence in your life, it would seem, becomes unpredictable. And children begin to ask questions that they don't have words for. Am I the reason they fight? If I'm perfect, will they stay? Is love always this painful? And the thing is, though, these questions don't vanish with age. They just evolve. They become the adult who overworks to feel worthy, the partner who fears closeness but craves it, the friend who disappears when things get too real. The emotional architecture of a fractured childhood is built on hyper-independence, because relying on others once hurt. Emotional numbness because feeling was dangerous. But these are not really flaws, they're just, I would say, adaptations. And every adaptation can be unlearned if you know how to do it, if you have the tools. You have to name the pattern. Like, what did I learn about love from my parents? And identify how those lessons show up in your adult life. Don't dismiss your child within. Validate that kid within inside of you. Speak aloud. You did what you had to do to survive. I honor you, little Cymar. Begin the process of reparenting with compassion, if you can. Interrupt the cycle. Like, someone has to break the cycle. You got to break the cycle, or you're going to pass it down to your kid. When you notice a familiar reaction, shutting down, overgiving, pause. Ask, is this my truth or my training? See, broken homes don't even just affect individuals. They echo throughout generations. Yes. In some families, silence is sacred and pain is all like swept under the rug. Nobody talks about it. Right? And children are taught to endure and not express. In others, chaos is normalized. Yelling is mistaken for passion. Bruh, that's not passion. you just out here yelling. And absence is explained like it could be strength in a way. But whether the wound is loud or quiet at all, it always leaves a mark. And sometimes that mark is not explored till way later on in life, and it comes out in different ways. For you, you attacking people that really don't have a war with you. So yes, it's a crazy cycle it can become a cycle of generational trauma. That's passed down through behaviors, beliefs, maybe even emotional DNA. But what can we do to get out of the cycle of hurt? Because I'm seeing a lot of adults right now who have, are carrying around hurt. And the reason I know is because I had to go through therapy myself, and I thought I was gonna be able to get through the shit. Here I am talking to the lady with tears running down my eyes, and I realized I'm talking about things from my childhood. So what emotional patterns repeat in your family, in my family? You can use like a journal or maybe a voice memo to map them out, and then try to break the cycle. Speak your truth, even if it's uncomfortable. Normalize healing and expressing yourself. Replace the silence with the storytelling. Replace shame with the celebration of your growth. Because you don't have to be who you were yesterday. You don't have to relive the past over and over again. If your childhood taught you fear, I feel like your adult self must teach you safety. And that's the work of rebuilding, not with tools, but with your presence, with boundaries, with self-love. To rebuild your inner sanctuary, you're going to have to sit with discomfort, with that feeling that you don't like, without fleeing. You got to learn to receive love without suspicion. Nobody sent you. The love just came because you deserve it. Learn to speak your needs without apology. And that's not easy, but it is sacred. Every time you choose healing over habit, you lay a new brick in your house of your becoming. And if not, we see a lot of broken homes, and we see a lot of broken dreams. We're going to get into a joint. Cymarshall Law and Slimline Mother, Broken Dreams featuring Sadat X. Let's go.
Broken dreams, we not getting sleep. And shallow minds, they never get it when the lesson's deep. They didn't test the heat, and so they sold for extra cheap. But you should probably read the fine print before you accept defeat. Now they're asking where you at, Lord, but a lot of them gave up before they gave themselves a shot. Like a lob off the backboard. Try to catch your breath, but life, it never really stops. I've seen so many dreams get shattered within these city blocks. When souls become hardened because they used to pain, and every day potential is pissed away down the sewer drain. It's a shame the great clouds are playing melodies. Old friends double cross and become enemies. You think on a relationship, how much time did you waste when a small misunderstanding shows you somebody's true face? Is this the ending? I just wanted a friend, and I guess even the devil gets tired of pretending. And I don't mind sharing, for my mind is like a gem. But people rather still than tell you that you inspire them. When I lose, I learn, so I never see a loss. But when you smiling in my face, I feel the energy is off. I'm only here for the truth, do not lie. They say when they rain, that mean that God cried. Look to the sky, the clouds are dark gray. Turn the mic on so you can hear what my heart say. I'm only here for the truth, do not lie. They say when they rain, that mean that God cried. Look to the sky, the clouds are dark gray. Turn the mic on so you can hear what my heart say.
I look within self for everything. Every man is not a king. Potential loss, broken dreams at a cost. Cymarshall Law and the Daddy. We might not be for everybody, but that's okay. See, these specs are great, that's in my head, that's for knowledge. The world is my college, doctorate in life, got my master's in the street. Every day ain't sweet, some days it may rain, but every day should be a game. Upward mobility, financial stability, positive health, teach the babies to do for themselves. Teach them how to find food, and they will eat forever. Both Cymarshall Law, good people pull the lever. It's understood, from the burbs to the hood, that we have to coexist. Strong black men is becoming extinct, and that's a crisis.
I'm only here for the truth, do not lie. They say when they rain, that mean that God cried. Look to the sky, the clouds are dark gray. Turn the mic on so you can hear what my heart say. I'm only here for the truth, do not lie. They say when they rain, that mean that God cried. Look to the sky, the clouds are dark gray. Turn the mic on so you can hear what my heart says. Sometimes I just need a day or two when what they're accusing you of is really a reflection of what they would do. I stop and I pause, now I'm clocking your flaws, cause I realize your suspicion don't have probable cause. Damn, I look around and see people hustling and bustling. It quickly becomes apparent that everybody got some shit with them. They might not say it or communicate it with words, look in someone's eyes and you'll know it's true. Your whole face telling me there's something that you were going through. The Pebbles problem never solved, now the mountain is overdue. When your mind plays tricks, it's horrible. Your inner demons got you fighting somebody that got no war with you. That old girl life, she's uncompromising. It's a cold world but nobody's apologizing. Some people are going down while some are rising. On my horizon, Cymarshall Law is equalizing. I'm only here for the truth, do not lie. They say when they rain, that mean that God cried. Look to the sky, the clouds are dark gray. Turn the mic on so you can hear what my heart say. I'm only here for the truth, do not lie. They say when they rain, that mean that God cried. Look to the sky, the clouds are dark gray. Turn the mic on so you can hear what my heart say. Turn the mic on so you can hear what my heart say.
Yeah, Cymarshall Law. Actually, that's Cafino singing. Cafino is also featured on the joint. Shout out to Cafino, that's my guy. Cymarshall Law and Slimline Mother, Broken Dreams, featuring Sadat X and Cafino. Welcome back to the Cymarshall Law Show, where we stay true and never, ever, ever, ever conform under any circumstances whatsoever. Yeah, so we also bleed authenticity around these parts. That's what we do. Broken Dreams. Yo, y'all ever seen that movie? Oh my god, I was about to say Kevin Spacey, but can't even talk about Kevin Spacey on this show. For what he's done, he must have came from a broken home. I was gonna say American Beauty. I remember that show being about, or movie being about a broken home, and I was gonna recommend it, but nah. But yeah, man, you might have come from a place where love was loud and painful. You know? Where absence felt louder than presence. Where you learned to shrink so others could breathe. Sometimes you're broken and nobody notices because they're going through so much themselves. They think they're looking at you, but really they're looking through you. And that's affecting you in a way you probably might not notice until you get older. And you know, that's that's where some of your hyper independence might come from, like I said earlier. Like, you're just doing everything by yourself because when you needed people to hear you and see you, even though you felt like you were being clear, you just felt like you were overlooked. And that's because other people might have been broken. And if you're broken, it's going to be hard for you to fix me. So if it's generational trauma you're going through, you're just handing down the broken pieces to the next part of your family. But today, you are the home. You are the sanctuary. You are the architect of a new emotional reality, if you will, if you want it. You can let your past be your soil and let the healing be the seed. Because if you don't, you're just going to pass it down. And even if you don't have children, you can pass it to your left and pass it to your right with people you meet, because energy is contagious. So if you're walking around broken, you are going to attract people who are also broken. You're going to attract your reflection. And then we're just going to keep being broken. So you got to ask yourself, what kind of home do I want to be for myself and others? And what rooms in me need renovation? Sometimes there are parts of your home that you don't always occupy, so you don't notice that they're broken. Or sometimes there are places within your home, and I'm speaking metaphorically now, there are places within your home that there are doors you haven't opened, so you don't realize that those doors don't open anymore. There are hallways that you haven't walked down in a while, so you don't realize that the lights don't turn on down that hallway anymore. So we're living in these homes that sometimes we don't even realize that are broken, because us ourselves are going through so much. I mean, currently in the world, everyone can see there's a lot going on. Seems like chaos. You know, I can talk about left, right, front, center. We all see a lot going on. So if we're having to pay bills and see doctors and do this, that, and the other, sometimes it's really hard to see what's going on within us because we're moving so fast. And, you know, we might be broken and we're trying to like do all the things we need to do to be a surviving adult. But our children might be getting the shit end of the stick because although we think we're doing the best we can, and we might be, we're still broken, and they're getting the pieces of us that, like the leftover pieces, or the pieces that they deserve better than. And sometimes it's hard to even blame the parents because they might not have had their parents, or they might have went through fucked up situations. So it's like, where does the cycle end? It ends with you, my friend. What doors are you ready to open today? Because you are not broken. You are becoming. Know that. Let's get into another joint.
I'm still in love with you. Yeah. See, some things you can't change. Some things will make you deranged.
Yeah. You don't know how to love me, or even how to kiss me. I don't know why. Listen, how many times can we be on this journey? How many times you want me just to hurt me? Sometimes I love you, then times you leave me lonely. Sometimes I want you, then think that you ain't for me. Sometimes you come back to her and then I can't sleep. Sometimes you come back to me and then I can't breathe. Sometimes I tell you to leave, but you won't leave and you won't let me be free. We'll never have a sweet paradise. I'm talking about the sweet paradise. No, we'll never have a sweet paradise. But there ain't no sweet paradise. Not for you. let me be free. Said I made my own destiny. Said I made my own destiny. Said I bring the stage and the herbs and I rock it. Then just give me a mic and a pen and I'll drop it. Yeah, strictly for the wise ones. I said I can't stop it. Yeah, strictly for the wise ones. The wise ones. Sage and the herbs and I rock it. Then just give me a mic and a pen and I'll drop it. If you ain't down with this, then you should stop it. Strictly for the wise ones. The wise ones. Wise ones. Wise ones. You don't know how to love me, or even how to kiss me. I don't know how many verses do I have to write? How many times do we have to fight? How many times do I have to say that it's not okay and I'm not game? How many times you wanna make me green? Thought better you would've chosen me. How many times you wanna hurt me, boy? You don't bring me joy. So what's the point? So I'm moving on.
See, some things you can't change.
So I'm moving on.
Some things don't have to remain.
So I'm moving on. So I'm moving on.
Moving on. Welcome back to the Cymarshall Law Show, where we bleed authenticity. Did you know that in Ain't No Sunshine, Al Green said, I know. Do you know how many times he said it? 27. I know. I digress. Welcome back to the Cymarshall Law Show, where we stay true to ourselves and never, ever conform. So I'm not gonna, as the kids say nowadays, I ain't gonna hold you. I'm just gonna give you the movie of the week, the book of the week, and the proverb of the week. Then I'm gonna bid you adieu. I always wanted to say that as well. See, even in serious times, we have to have laughter. Moments of brevity. Because if not, I had to laugh to keep from crying. One of my favorite rappers said that. I think it was Nature. Anyhow, the movie of the week. I'm going to go with, as far as, a movie on the topic of what the show is about today. A movie called The Squid and the Whale. Came out in 2005. It's a semi-autobiographical. I'm out here sounding like you-know-who. A semi-autobiographical drama about two boys coping with their parents' divorce in the 1980s. Brooklyn, raw, honest, and emotionally piercing. Themes: divorce, adolescence, emotional neglect. Check it out. The other movie I wanna, the book I would like to mention is gonna be All the Ugly and Wonderful Things by Bryn Greenwood. It's a gritty, controversial love story between a drug dealer and the daughter of a meth addict. Wavy, the protagonist grows up in a deeply dysfunctional home and finds solace in an unlikely bond. Themes: abuse, resilience, forbidden love. And as far as the proverb of the week, I found one that I really love. It's a Chinese proverb, and it goes like this. And this is how we're going to end the show, by the way. I love y'all. I hope you have a wonderful, beautiful, amazing, brilliant day. Make sure you do, because you got this. Here goes the proverb. In a broken nest, there are few whole eggs. That's it. It's a poetic reminder that when the foundation of a home is fractured, its members often carry the scars. My name is Cymarshall Law. I love y'all. Peace, love, and positive energy. And we out like that.
Life too nice, I worry about things when no cost me life. You know worth me time. When you see me in the streets, I the goal man I search to find. Now put negative mates pa me mind, pa me mind. Me no know what tomorrow may bring, but today me put in the best. Go for the ball like a lion, really one chance, I me nah go feel it. No, find the back of the net, man don't a pray. Half side jump where them set at the right time, me know if it's side step. Next step at the ball like a neck in a instep. Goal score me life me can bet. Believe in myself, Lord, me nah guess. Cause life too nice, I worry about things when no cost me life. It no worth me time. When you see me in the streets, I the goal man I search to find. Can't put negative mates pa me mind. You don't know what tomorrow may bring, but today we could be the best. The journey of life we take on the quest. Blessing and greatness. Success man born blessed. Spectator they on the sideline. Some a cheer, some a criticize. The more them talk, the more me a rise like the star. Them way in the sky.